Hello, my name's Chris Lockhead, and this is my Algorithms and Collections video submission to go with the Term 2 submission. So what I have here is a software called StillDer, and as it says, it's for stock buildings, so for things like industrial-sized kitchens or cleaning departments, particularly aimed at the care home sector, as in my experience, a lot of these places don't use computers for their stock ordering. And for kitchens, for an example, even the smaller kitchens that tend to less than 50 people will often be using 6 or 7 menus, and it's using it by paper, so they can't add up how much exactly things are going to cost. So it can be a nightmare for budget issues, and it's just not very streamlined. It can take the head chef up to even 2 or 3 hours to get all of this stuff done, whereas with this software it could be done literally in a matter of minutes. So there's quite a lot of functionality, so I'll take you through first with the login. So I've got just an arbitrary login I've set up. Now if you put the wrong password in, as I've just done there, you will be met with a prompt. Also, these buttons will not work, except from the exit one of course, until you have put in the correct password. Now I've deleted the debug for the menus just for the purposes of this demonstration. So the first thing I have to do is add a menu. If I click on browse, it will open in the internal directory of my project to have this file. Now for a final version, it will most likely just open at the C drive. So if I open this, and this is a comma separated value file, which is popular with things such as Excel sheets, so I thought this was the most appropriate to write a file loader for. So once I load that, if this disappears and no error comes up, it means the file has been loaded correctly. So if I go into new order, this will appear. So we've got a menu here, and it takes the name McClay's Foods and puts it there. It tells you what menu you've got. Now you can, this if I was to add some more menus, it would allow me to swap between them. And now if I add, for example, these 4 things, it will dynamically update the price and the number of items. The number of items I was told was pretty important, because when it comes to stocks being delivered, it's much easier to check just how many items you have been delivered instead of do you have every single one of each item, as it's a much quicker way of getting around it. So having the number of items on hand is very useful just to have. So like adding, you can remove them, and the same thing, the price will go down, so will the items. So if I just add that back. So the last part of functionality in this is the ability to save. So if I click the save button, as I've just done, it will take the date and time on the machine that this program is running on, and it will save it to a file with that as its name, with the title of the menu at the head, in this case McClay's Foods. So to view this, you go onto the order history, and I do have a couple of these, so you'll need to bear with me. I think it's not this one, not this one, this one. So basically it will open up, but it will organize it by menu, which it will organize by menu all of your previous orders. These can just as easily be removed. These are just here for the purposes of debugging, to make sure they were recording the correct items. So obviously this is still in a prototype version. In future versions, I'll most likely have a little thing up in the top corner here just saying what the total price is and the number of items. But that's it. That is essentially everything here. My report details the underlying structures, such as the forest of trees and the vectors of menu items, that feature predominantly in the sorting. In fact, I will show you that now. So if I go into sort and sort by A to Z and click the sort, it will do an in-order traversal to reorder these. Likewise, I can do it by price, high and low, and also by code. And that is all of the core functionality of this project. Thank you for watching.